Hey, what's good, y'all? We back with another one. It's another episode of On My Way, and I'm here with my good brother Zay. I know he the owner, the CEO of Bay Area Real Estate Marketing.
Sir.
He's a music artist as well. And I know that at least before we talked about him franchising some businesses, and then he just told me like he got some more business ideas coming for 2021. So we're real excited to
Uh-huh.
have him. He's from Oakland, California. So you go ahead and introduce yourself real quick.
Okay, yes. It's Isaiah Chatman from Oakland, California. We doing real estate, music, we do real estate marketing, advertising. Uh we I'm working with real estate investors, wholesalers, they like to flip. Um and then with that just being me, there's so many other businesses that people come to me with their ideas, and I'm always just a helping hand to help grow. I love giving my ideas to other people, and a lot of times we grow together. It's not even like anybody's using the next person. We're always growing together, and we make I wouldn't say make money. We're building success, building wealth right now, especially that we're young. We're making it happen.
That's right. That's right. Hell yeah,
Uh,
very yeah. I fuck
so
with Zay a
thank
lot, man. Y'all, he real ambitious, man. He keep it G too. That shit, I like the way he get down.
uh
But let's go ahead and get right to it. Like, so did you grow up in Oakland?
Okay, so I was born actually in Texas, but I grew up in
Yeah.
Oakland, California. I came straight to Oakland before the age of 1, and
Oh
I've
yeah.
been pretty much raised by Oakland, California all my life. Uh,
Yeah.
I travel a lot, but I've been raised pretty much by Oakland, California. Grew up in Oakland, East Oakland.
You grew up in the East. Yeah, you grew up in the
Yeah,
East.
yeah, deep East
Yeah.
Oakland for sure.
What part of the East?
Okay, I grew up in Seberny Park, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in Seberny Park. Moved there, moved over into the east a little bit more, but a lot of
Yeah.
times I spent my days in Seberny from a little boy, from actually, little, from actually just straight coming from Texas as a little baby,
Yeah.
growing up
Literally, a
to
little
probably
baby.
like
Yeah.
a teenager in Seberny.
Yeah.
And then I moved
Okay.
on to somewhere else in the east, and still growing. Right now, 23, and there's no place like home. I love Oakland, and I can't see
Yeah.
myself living anywhere else. But business has me thinking elsewhere. So, you know,
Yeah.
you might catch me in Miami real soon.
Yeah.
That's
I
gonna
hear
be the
that.
next location. I ain't
I
never
hear
been
that.
there, but I heard that weather warm. I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah, bro, it look real nice, and at least I've been to Puerto Rico. It's like it's real
Oh
close. It's a
yeah,
3 hour flight, so it's like the same climate. And man, the water is warm. Like you go in the ocean, it feel hella
yeah,
warm, and I just kind of like that humid weather, man, where it's like you can go out anytime and have fun. So that's like what Miami's like.
yeah.
But tell me what it was like growing up in Oakland. And for y'all don't know, like East Oakland, like it go down to East Oakland, like it's different from the other parts of Oakland. Like
Uh huh.
it's rough, it's rough. But the folks that from East Oakland, they proud of being from East Oakland, just because it's like when you come from a place like that, like you proud because not everybody can like go through that. So like
Uh huh.
tell me about like what it was like growing up there.
Man, so growing up in the East, I love being from East Oakland because it's a lot of character to East Oakland. Um,
For
man,
sure.
uh even from a young age, I was always seeing people in Sobrani riding their dirt bikes and motorcycles, and I just consumed so much culture. Um, Being able to go to the store down the street from your house and get what you want, and also feeling safe in the neighborhood that you grew up in. Like, okay, everybody over here know me as this person grandson or this person cousin, so
Yeah.
they got some respect for this little kid, walking over there, and then seeing everybody with their motorcycles. And then um the East, one of my favorite things about East Oakland is our cars. Or I don't know
Yes,
if it's just
sir.
Oakland in general, but I know for sure we get down in the East with the scrapers. I like still calling them scrapers, but we got the Chevys on dubs or
Yes,
better.
sir.
Um and and just the cars, that's one of my favorite things right there. It's the cars and the
Yeah.
music. I grew up listening to a lot of Mac Dre. He from Vallejo, but you know, that's just game all day. I'll be listening to that. Too short from the East, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And and so I think all of that had to do with who I am, and that's maybe a reason why I want to do music and do still do business at the same time. It's like, man, I got too much in my mind. I got too many rhymes to just be sitting here not letting the world hear it, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah. It's
so
like you feel like you got a lot to say.
yeah, and so
Yeah.
it's not like he says, it's not enough hours in the day to be Dre. I be saying, I put my name in there. It's not enough hours in the day to be Zay. You know what I'm saying? We
I
got
hear that.
this business podcast going on. Uh, I might hit the stew later on, probably around 4 or 5 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Try to
Yeah.
get things going early. Probably by the night, end up catching a party. Hopefully not. You know, it's COVID going on, but
Yeah.
man, try to make
And I
something
can't
happen.
even lie, bro. Like I heard your shit, bro. Your shit slap, bro. Like I fuck with your
Yeah,
shit, bro. Like your
no, for real.
music, yeah, yeah, like it's like game, bro. Like you say, you really embody that shit, like that Mac Dre, that Too Short, like that game, bro. And I just be like peeping
Yeah,
your Instagram, bro. And it's like a lot of your shit's motivational, it's positive, but it's like it's gangster, bro. It's like it's player, you know what I'm talking about? And I
yeah,
like that shit. It's real Oakland, so
yeah.
I like that shit a lot.
Yeah, thank you. And the one thing about me is I'm not the type of person that's going like I got an imagination, we all do, but I'm not gonna stretch it and start talking about, uh things that's outside of what I do. So I'm gonna talk about
Right.
business, I'm gonna talk about money, I'm gonna talk about, the ladies in
Yeah.
East Oakland. I'm gonna talk about the ladies over there in France that I ain't met yet. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody they speak my language somewhere out there in another country I ain't met yet. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
And they get a taste of that music and they're gonna say, oh, he just like me. You know,
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
know him yet, but I heard something that I think, I went down to Houston and I got there, everybody asking for trees. They like, hey man, you got trees, you got trees. I'm like, I mean, yeah, we got it back at home, but really what you want to talk to me about is some type of business or some type of game. Next thing you know, they, oh well, the owner of the building, that's him right there. Go talk to him. And I'm sitting down with the owner of the building. A lot of
Yes,
times I get
sir.
clicked in with the OGs and then everybody else, the youngins. I mean, I'm 23, but I feel like there's a little bit of a gap between me and the other, you know, teenagers or 20 year
Just
olds. And
people your age, just because you a lot
yeah,
more educated when it come to that business shit. So it's like you speak in another language, like you speak the business owner's language. So it's like you want to
yeah.
get in with them, and I
So
feel
then
the
I'll be
same
talking to
way. Like
them.
whenever I go to businesses, I'm like, who's the owner, man? Who owned the building? Like I'm trying to talk with, and it's crazy, bro, because people be surprised, like, damn, you hella young, but you know so much. So I know like exactly what you saying, bro. It's
Yeah.
crazy sometimes. Like if it like a blessing, brother, like just be up on that much game and to be so young.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So, I'll be talking to the business owners and we could, dive deep into a conversation and potentially start a business in another state. That's really
Yeah.
just what East Oakland has taught me, uh,
Okay.
a lot of communication. We master communication. You know how to,
Yes, sir.
you know, go to a different location and make something happen while we there, and then
Right.
go somewhere else and still feel like I'm home. I don't like stepping on nobody's toes or nothing and feeling like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the town and I'm over in your city and I'm trying to do the most. No, I just go there and I do what I do. I talk about what I talk about, and eventually you're gonna come across somebody that's speaking your same language, and
Right.
and
For
that's
sure.
where I fit in at. I always fit in with the people who speak my language, and it's a lot of us who speak business. Um, Mr. Fab right now, he was a rapper, and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and he's still rapping, but he got his dope era, his
Yes.
t-shirts going crazy right now. I had
Yeah.
to
This
go
shit is
get me
booming
one
right now. Yeah.
because it's like, I like supporting people while it's time to support them because they're gonna get to a certain point, or sadly, they may not be here tomorrow, and you could be like, dang, I should have bought that from them, or dang, I should have supported this person while I could, and
Right.
you didn't, and now this person is either not here no more, or they out of reach. And so I like, yesterday I just bought a T-shirt from one of my homies. He be
I
rapping, and
seen that. Yeah. I seen that on your story. Yeah.
yeah, I just make sure, okay, support him. It costs 30, give him 40. Hey, that's how I move. I'm like,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
if it costs 30, let me give you 40 because I know,
That's yeah.
there's certain gaps that he's gonna fill for me. I'm not doing it for him to fill them gaps, but I know that, let's say I'm in a room full of rappers, he gonna say, oh, hey, I don't feel like hopping on this track, but put him on there because he would sound better on there. There's times
Right.
where they save tracks and say, hey, we're gonna save this for you because you would sound best if you closed it. We just gonna stop the song right here and just wait till you get here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's me giving my extra love. Sometimes I don't show up all the time. So, money talks.
Yes,
So
sir.
I could feel that right there.
Hey, that's love, bro. Yeah. That's real
Uh-huh.
cool, man. for you to like
Yeah,
you really take that to heart to like really support people while they're here and like it's good that you think about the long term. Like it might not benefit you right now, but down the line, like this is gonna help. So I like the
yeah,
way you think like that, but that's cool.
uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah,
and is there anything else you want to talk about like growing up in Oakland? Anything else like you learned? Anything you went through? Anything
oh
else that
man.
taught you? Yeah.
Man, so we could talk about Oakland all day until tomorrow. Man,
Uh.
um, honestly, I could give you a little something funny.
Yeah. Let me hear it.
My first car I got is a Trans Am, and
Yeah.
me growing up in the East, man, we be driving crazy. We be driving all on the other side of the street. We be kissing cars and we bust the donuts in the intersection and don't stop at stoplights and none of that. And
Yeah.
I was riding like that for a while until end up catching up with me. I just it's just random night, just out and mostly when I do things, I I've done it before. I've probably done it 1,000 times. So, I'm going crazy. I'm sliding down International. If y'all know International, that's like a main street in Oakland. One
Yes,
is
sir.
the main street in Oakland, to be
E
honest.
one
And
four. Yeah. E 14.
I'm smashing down there, and I'm kissing cars, and man, my luck ran out. I kissed the car, and I ain't kiss it. I mean, I backed it, and I'm like,
Bap that
oh, it was my first car
motherfucker.
though. Man, my first car, man, got chrome rims on it, 15 in the back. I'm just listening
That
to
motherfucker was
Zapp and
slapping hard.
Roger, man, going crazy, just smashing. I did it before, you feel me, and didn't smash your whip. You like, oh, so
That's
so
your first one. I know you hot. You like,
I was
damn,
heated.
like, boy, now I ain't got no car. Like, shit, that's my first
And,
one. Like, I know you was hot. You said
and
you was sitting on some chrome and you had 15s in the back.
man, they like, how
I
you
bet that
do
shit
that?
was
I'm
nice.
like, they talking mess, like, man, you messed up. I'm like, man, I ain't did it before. I didn't crash the car before. I crashed that same car. Max,
Yeah.
right, like the second week I had it on 73rd, just smashing. Hit it, fixed that though. That wasn't nothing. And then
Yeah.
next, just you know, things come and go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same way things come, it's the same way they leave. I got the car, and when I got it, the owner was smashing it. The owner was smashing. I was like, look what it do, look what it do. I got it, I smashed it. So you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Probably somebody else got it right now. They probably smashing it, but I'll probably get another one.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's my. I love the
One of
cars
your
out
one of your little stories. Yeah.
here.
And you right. That's it. Yeah, that's how folks be driving out there, bro. Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah.
crazy, and
It
that's
wasn't
part of
nothing to
it's
me.
just part of the culture. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just part of the culture.
Uh-huh.
That's cool, bro. What high school did you go to?
I went to Skyline High School.
Okay.
I didn't graduate from there. I actually graduated from a continuation school. I grew up um kind of just not going to class so much. I'm not a good, I wouldn't say I was a good student. I wasn't a good student growing up.
Yeah.
I would love to be in class. Um, I always did my work. I was always an intelligent student. I still am, but when it comes to being in that classroom and having a focus and you know sometimes the lectures or whatever the subject was, it would get boring. And I'm the
Yeah.
type of person that if things get boring, well, I may just start drawing in the book and tune out to whatever is going on. I start creating stuff. I'll be in
Yeah.
math class and I just start adding my own numbers, start start making my own little work, and I forget about the subject because it ain't got boring. Not
Right.
because I didn't know how to do it, because most of the time I knew how to do everything the teacher was teaching me. I probably learned it during the summer before I got to you. And so
Yeah.
now I get really relaxed. I get relaxed in the class, and everybody else, they not the type of student I am. They don't know it yet. They haven't learned the lesson. And when the teacher does teach the lesson, sometimes it's harder for people to grasp the subject, and it's easy for me to get it. And the teacher only got to tell me one time, and I'm gonna get it, and I'll write it down, and then I go back to my notes. I don't need to hear the teacher say it 5, 10 times. I'll just go back to my notes and teach myself. And for
Right.
everybody else in the classroom, they're not the same type of student. So I got the lesson on Monday or Tuesday, and it took you to Thursday and Friday to get the lesson. But all within that time, I've been clowning in the class because
Right.
I
Because
got it
you
on the
already
first
know
day.
what's good. Like
Yeah,
you done learned it. It's like, bro, like what do I gotta sit here for? So it's like
yeah. And so
you gonna do your own thing.
that ended up taking me under because my grades wasn't looking so good. The teachers would end up kicking me out of class. And honestly, you know, I don't regret anything. I thank God for kicking me out of class because
Yeah,
I didn't met a lot of people that still with me to this day that I met outside of the classrooms. You know, I met them in the principal's office. You know, them be
yeah,
the people that I'll be like, oh, you just like me. I didn't know. They like
right.
they looking at me like, man, what you doing over here? What you doing sitting over here by the police about to get pat down and this and that? That's you smelling like that? You feel me? I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's all of us.
Yeah.
So and mostly because I felt relaxed. I got
Yeah, those were
relaxed.
the folks that you could like really relate to. Like they was just doing the
Uh-huh.
same shit, thinking the same way, moving the same way you would. So you like that's who we tend to like gravitate to is the people that's
Uh-huh.
like us. So I could see that for sure.
But then I end up having to graduate from a continuation school. Now I
Yeah.
actually did all of that worked in my favor. Like I said, I thank God because I ended up graduating 6 months earlier.
Oh,
And
for
when I
real.
graduated 6 months earlier, I was able to get a job like fresh out of high school. Like
Yeah.
instantly graduating in December, I started working seasonal. Instantly, like started making money, money,
And that's
money.
where all the money's made too. You know, around December for people. All the
Uh-huh.
what was you doing?
I was working at Macy's, got me a little job now,
Exactly. Yeah, that's when all the hours come in. That's all the
but I've
Christmas
been
shopping.
working.
Y'all open hell late. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been working since about 13, 14 years old. I ended up working
Yeah.
at Youth Uprising, that's like in the 80s. And it was like a community area. I worked there. I did a lot of volunteer work. And then I also worked on 22nd and International. They got a place called YEP. And I used to get me a little summer job there. And then
Yeah.
we used to all thug it out, be like 4 or 5 of us at some little location and folding t-shirts. I get
Yeah.
paid and go back to school and have money. And then so I ended up
And that's
graduating.
what you. How old was you then?
Oh, I've been making money, like I said, since like 13, 14. So
Yeah.
I've been getting summer job 14 with
So like I mean,
like
where did
some
that like
bands.
mindset come from? Like since a youngin, you been thinking about money, bro. Like you been on the
Okay,
money shit.
yeah.
Like where that come from?
They even go farther back than that because
Yeah.
before 13, 14 years old, I was in my like probably 7 to 10 years old. I be around the older people and they had gardens in their backyard and they would grow a lot of vegetables. And so what I would do is I pick from their garden and I save it and I go to somebody and say, hey, do you want to buy some fresh vegetables? And a lot of people say, yeah, I want to buy some vegetables. I end up starting my own garden and have several plants of the same thing, sell tomatoes, sell cucumbers, sell bell peppers. And I had so much of it that I was making like probably $50 a week. That's like $200 a month for like a
Yeah.
10-year-old. And I was like, I was just doing it just because uh not just because people supported me, but because closed mouths don't get fed. And I learned, okay, this is fresh. People want it. Well, who wants it? I wasn't trying to sell it to other 10-year-olds. I was selling it to people who had to go to work. I sell it to one person and they go to Kaiser and distribute it to like 3 other people. So I made
Yeah.
$20 in that one day off of one person. Send them with
Yeah.
4 bags, each bag $5. Next thing you know, that's $20. So then, I'm just saving up and I'm pretty great at saving. I always save money. With probably some money around me right now. Yeah, I'm
Damn,
a
bro.
great saver. I'm trying
That's
to
crazy,
get
bro.
into
So you were like
investing.
10 years old, man. It started with a little garden, bro. Someone put you on. They gave you the little fruits, vegetables. You went out and sold it. And then
Uh huh.
you started your own little garden, started selling that shit.
Uh huh.
That's
Yeah, just
crazy, bro.
it's
That's
it's
cool as
levels
hell.
to it. And
Yes,
I
sir.
so then after high school, I did have a job, and like I said, I've been had working since I was like 14. So when
Yeah.
I 14 and I graduated at like 17, 18 years old, and once I graduated and I was working, I worked for like probably to 19. When I turned 19, I was like, I ain't working no more. Like I was like, I need to houses had always been on my mind. I always wanted to get into houses, architecture, interior, exterior designer, uh, landscape architecture. Um, I never been into flipping up until now, but I always want
Yeah.
to see, okay, I want to sell somebody a house for $10 million. They be like, well, why for 10 million? I'm like, cause the commission off that $10 million house is gonna be pretty healthy. So I'm like,
And so wait, when did you start thinking about houses? How old was you when you was thinking about real estate?
when I was working probably like around 14, 15 years old, I started getting money and then I would I would walk to the store or whatever, and then I would walk around and see houses for sale, and I'd just be like, how much they want for that house? How much they want for that house? My house is pretty small. I always lived in a small house, and
Yeah.
then
I mean, did anybody put you on that? Like the whole real
nobody put
estate
me on.
things, or just you just seen the house and you like, oh, I kind of want that, or I wonder how much that costs?
So I seen a lot of houses going up for sale, um, and I would just be interested in buying them. And then I
Yeah.
would also look at like bandos. I'll be looking like, well, that house don't look like this house. So what are they doing over here that's different from over there? Like, Oakland is pretty big. It's pretty diverse too because
Yeah.
I grew up in Sabrani, and them houses was like, you know, right now they're like 400, $500,000. But even back in the day, that was probably like 200, 300,000.
That ain't that
And
bad for Oakland, bro. You say 400 or 500?
yeah, 400. Yeah, my
That
grandma
ain't
house right
bad.
now is for sale in Sabrani, 500,000. And
That
but
ain't bad at
that's
all.
that's that's we feel like that's a little expensive for the area. But watch this,
Hmm.
because um just up the street from me, like $1 million houses.
That's
Right
what I'm
now in the
saying.
house I'm living in, it's like
Yeah.
500,000.
Yeah.
And like 2 blocks up, it's $1 million house.
Yeah.
So, it's switches like that. So I
Yeah.
would look at people with $1 million houses and be like, okay, well, how long do you have to be at work to buy $1 million house? And that's when I started being like, well, I don't want to work no more because I'm gonna be working forever. If I was
Right.
14 years old working, 14 years old working, and I only got, $2,000, well shit, you can't even buy a car for $2,000. Or you can, but it ain't the car that I want. It ain't the
Right.
car with the rims on it. Feel
Yeah.
me? Like, I need the car with the rims. I need to with the car with the LS engine in it. That's gonna be 2,000 right there. So I started thinking bigger numbers. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want nothing regular. So you ain't gonna have to get no regular job. You're gonna have to do something a little bit bigger than not only yourself, but um you're gonna have to end up getting a team, or, you know, just it's levels and it's building. And so, I just said, well, I don't want to work. Real estate was gonna be my tool. Real estate's still gonna be my tool when I get that money. I'm gonna be shit richer than Donald Trump. He was doing real estate back in the day. He get like $7 billion in debt, and he ended up being the president. I'm like, I ain't worried about him, but I'm saying like real estate really work like that. Like you can make so much money, you could lose money, but that's assets. So they not really gonna lose like that unless you
Yeah.
don't know what you're doing. And I've
Right.
been studying this since I was little. So when I get in the game, I'm gonna be a tycoon. So that's why I got
Yes,
my
sir.
marketing business right now.
Yeah. Let's go into that. Like, where'd that come from? Like, it
Okay.
seems like you've been doing a little marketing, the real estate marketing for a little while.
Uh-huh.
How'd you get started with that, and what you doing with it?
So everything go together. So when I got out of um high school, I started working. I ended up taking some real estate classes because I went for my diploma. I was trying to go to college, regular college. I was going to get a business administration degree, and I learned business law. And I was in a class with a lot of older people, and I kind of liked the feeling because I was in a class with older people, and they was giving me a lot of game. Like, oh yeah, I do real estate. I got my own real estate, and I was in business class. This person like, I sell T-shirts. This person say I sell houses. Well, I want to sell houses because they make more money, and then so I ended up getting some advice from them. Um, and and then next thing you know, I was like, well, let me go take these real estate classes first so I can speak the language, because I
Yeah.
always was interested. So I want to be able to start talking about financing and mortgages and loans and FHAs and multi-units, things like that. I didn't know what it
Yeah.
was. So then I ended up taking a class, and then yeah, I was the youngest person in the class, and I was around realtors at this point. So these people, it was like one day we had a millionaire come up, and he was teaching us how to be a successful real estate agent. And he's already very successful. He was in the class with us, and every day he would wear a suit. And I'm just
Yeah.
wearing my regular clothes. Like he's teaching us how to be successful in real estate. And he started talking about all these things, and he started talking about everything. And he didn't talk about social media. And and at that time, I was just reading books. I was giving myself a lot of information on business and just being a, a reader and a thinker, and I was a sponge at that time. So then I
Mhm.
noticed that he didn't talk about social media. I ended up paying for a social media course, and I went to that guy and said, hey, I can help you sell houses on social media. And he was like, well, I'm interested in talking to you. So what can you do for me? I said, if you got a house for sale, I can put that house on Facebook and I can get you some buyers from Facebook. I'm interested. You bring me some buyers from Facebook. And so uh actually that guy that I talked to, he never actually paid for no courses, but he's been a mentor to me since. And
Mm-hmm.
he's pointed me in other directions. And I've had plenty meetings with a lot of top producers in Oakland, California, from Keller Williams, Berkshire Hathaway, Sotheby's, Coldwell Banker. Yeah, y'all know, I know what I'm talking about for the people that
Mm-hmm.
real estate firms. And and so I worked with a lot of top producers and I helped them get their social media right. And during the process, I was making money, but the money isn't what I was going for. I was going for real estate. And so I was able to get in the real estate office and talk to somebody who's making millions of dollars. And all I got is my phone in my hand talking about, hey, I posted this on Facebook for you. I posted this on Instagram for you. And they're like, oh, hold on, I'm on the phone with somebody. And I could just sit there and listen to them talk out a deal. And so I don't
Yeah.
have my
Talk.
license
Yeah.
yet. I don't have my license yet, but I'm learning. I'm learning the language. I'm learning the
Right.
business. And
Yeah.
so I was able to get my foot in the door of $1 million houses. Man, I've been to so many houses. Uh, it's countless. I have like
Mm-hmm.
stacks of brochures
You
because
you
I
just so what do? You just go to like the open houses?
yeah. So I went to open houses and I would present my services, and
Oh, for
and I would
real,
say,
like
hey,
that?
I do social media marketing. I can help you sell this house on Facebook. And so they would say, well, you can help me. And then a lot of times they just say, well, take my card. And they just say, take my card. And I
Oh,
pick
you
up
ain't
this
playing,
card.
bro. Ain't playing.
And I pick up this card and I just call them.
Yeah.
And I call them and I say, hey, I got some services for you. I can help you sell this house. And they say, well, I don't have a house for sale. I help people buy houses. So then I say, okay, well, I can help you present your services. You want to help uh Mario sell or buy a home? He's not a homeowner yet. So how do you bridge that gap between I help people buy houses and this young man doesn't have a house yet, but he does have an Instagram and that's a Facebook. Well, I'm gonna run some advertising saying, looking to buy a home in Oakland, looking to buy a home in LA, click here. And they click that link. And now it's specifically for um Isaiah the realtor. I have a link in my bio that says buy homes, buy homes, sell homes. And I'm gonna say buy homes. And then I'm gonna set some demographics up in my advertising that's gonna target a young man and in Oakland, California, maybe San Francisco. I could target locations. And so um people started looking at that like, okay, you an asset to my business.
Yeah, for
So then
sure.
they started adding me on. And it's not for everybody because there's a lot of
Yeah.
people like my mentor, uh he has yet to use my services because because he has a system that works for him. And
Yeah.
he's like, I don't want to change it. I'm like, that's fine with me because there's other, and he's also old school. And there's a lot of young people coming up that's saying, well, I'm doing real estate, but I haven't yet done my social media part. They're like, yeah, I got my own social media, but I don't post houses. And they probably post the cocktail party or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, no, no, no. You could use that. And also, you could set up a business account and your personal account. So I got like 2, 3 business accounts for myself because I have my own stuff going on. And then I also have a real estate site going on. I have a Facebook page with real estate going on over there. Um, I have different advertising services. I don't just want to do houses. I've helped people sell fitness products because my knowledge is universal. I could use it on anything.
Yeah.
But so my marketing has really just been something for the last 3 years, 4 years to get me in the door with wealthy people, and it's been helping me uh just learn how to talk to people. I've talked to millionaires. I've also talked to a lot of boss women. You know, I noticed that a lot of young people, or not even young people, people who lack skills in communication, they're afraid to talk to attractive women. And so this woman has a business. This woman has a business and she needs help. But you were afraid to talk to her because of the way she looks.
Mm.
And so I had to learn how to get the courage. And it wasn't even something I had to get because growing up in Oakland, California, we that's what we do. We talk to people. We know we the best people with mouthpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Um and so I end up talking to a lot of business people and they let's say I talk to this attractive businesswoman. Well, now I didn't talk to this lady, and I thought that was going to be a hurdle. And she's paid for my services. She's invited me to the office multiple times. Now I'm comfortable around her. So now you
Yeah.
think I'm afraid to talk to this person that, not just a woman, but now you think I'm scared to talk to this not a top producer. Let's say this woman was a top producer. She making millions
Right.
and she's
So
attractive.
then it's like this regular old person. You don't talk to the person
Now
that
I could talk
everybody's
to anybody.
intimidated by, everybody's scared of. So it's like
Yeah.
nothing talking to anybody else damn near.
And so now I have, now I'm into a room of realtors and don't have to introduce
And you
myself.
comfortable.
And somebody else says, "Oh, I know him because he showed up to one of my houses," or "I know him. I've had a
Oh,
meeting with him. I've met him. He's a young man." Uh, a lot of times, I get invited to other meetings. I'll be the youngest people in the person in the room, and a lot of adults see that and they interested. They like, "Oh, he's outspoken. Maybe I need. Maybe let's say about to sell a house." And they're about to be out of town for the weekend. They got a deal set up. Well, they're gonna say, "Hey, Isaiah, can I call you to stand outside of my house and have you welcome people and because I have a business deal, but I can't be there. I need you to be
mm,
there, and I know that you're gonna be able to be comfortable and stick to the script. I need you to be there. I need you to tell them what you know about the house. I'm gonna give you some information, study that, and just do what you do." And
yeah.
I've been blessed to be able to be in the highest parts of Oakland, the lowest parts of Oakland, um, and not just Oakland, but in many neighboring cities. So my end up naming my business Bay Area Real Estate Marketing, but
Mm,
I just don't move in Oakland. I'll be in San Jose, I'll be in Sacramento, uh, San Francisco. I'll be everywhere. I
yeah.
gotta make sure people know who I am. So when I walk into that big room of people, you know, uh, they can
Everybody already know who
somebody
you
is
are.
gonna know me. You know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want somebody in there to know me, and
That's
I've
cool, bro.
always
It sounds
been
like you didn't
blessed
put
like
in a
that.
lot of work, bro. It sounds like you really like, put in the work to make sure you was known. And it's like you went out your way just to get the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you
Uh huh.
presented yourself as like the social media, the marketing, which you could do, but it was also like you weren't looking to get paid, bro. Like you was looking to really soak up
To
the game because that's
get
gonna
to the
make you a
next
lot more
level.
money is the game.
Uh huh.
Is the game because when you can apply that knowledge yourself, it's like you can make a lot more money for yourself. And that's why they say, like, sometimes if you're trying to get in, say with someone that is real successful, like,
Yeah.
sometimes you could just be like, bro, you don't have to pay me nothing, man. I just want to work with you for that knowledge. Cause again, that knowledge is going to be worth a lot
Yeah.
more than what you getting, the little money you're getting paid right now. So, bro, it sounds
Yeah.
like you was like really putting in that work, man. It sounds like you really thought things through, bro. I'm,
For
I'm,
the
I'm
last
proud
couple
to
of
hear
years,
it.
man,
Yeah.
I'm still working, still getting
Yes,
at it
sir.
because I'm not where I need to be yet, and
Yeah.
I'm not where I want to be yet. And you know, this thing COVID-19, it's 2020 right now. So I thought that being in business, that all the businesses was gonna shut down once a pandemic happened or something big happened. But being that my business was on a phone and digital, I was able to keep using my same tactics to get clients. And so
Yeah.
the pandemic hit and they like, hey, um, I can't be social anymore. I need you to run my social media. And now I'm just like,
Right, it's
okay,
like now they need you, like whereas
now they
before
need
it
me.
was like, man, we don't need the social media, but
Nah,
now
they
it's
didn't
like,
need me
bro,
at
we
first.
need that shit. So then you made all those connections before, you know what I'm
Way
saying? They have
before.
your information way before, so it's now like, man, I gotta hit Zay because we
And they
can't be
flooded
meeting up
in.
with people.
They started coming in. I didn't even have to make calls at a
Yeah,
certain point. I got all those business cards. Well, at a certain point, I didn't have to call nobody. They was calling me. Like, hey,
yeah,
I got your email a while ago. Hey, remember me? They started hitting the line that I use. Hey, excuse me, we met not too long ago. They hit me like, hey, remember we met? You remember me? We was in Berkeley. We met. We went to my open house. Please get in contact with me. I need you to run my Facebook for me because I
yes,
haven't
sir.
used it in over 5 years. And you know, last year you approached me. I was doing good, but I need to stay on top. And so I think Facebook is going to take me to the next level. How much do you charge? They're not even trying to ask what I do. It's like, how much do you charge? Tell them.
They ready to go.
They're just ready. It's okay.
Yeah,
And so I've been working on my social media stuff for a while. I'm looking to get partnerships with bigger people, not
yeah,
just doing my same thing anymore. Somebody else gave me some game that he said, I think you should work for somebody else. He said, you're pretty good at what you do, but I think you'd be better if you work for somebody else and they'd give you some game too. And you could, he said, I think you can make more money than what your business is making working for somebody else because you are a business. And if you walk into somebody else's business and help them make more money, then they're going to have to pay you more. And
Yeah.
so I said, okay. So lately, I've been reaching out to other marketing people, but you know, like I said, mouthpiece is everything. I've been trying to work with them, and sometimes those doors close. I just
Mm.
open my own and just keep going. I
And that's how I
start
gotta be. That's how I gotta be. Just
start
because
another
something closed
business.
up, it don't mean you stop. You keep going.
I just start another one, and I got businesses that I paid for last year that I'm like, okay, when times get rough, start this new business. So new year gonna start. Well, I got some ideas that I've been already studying for over a year. So you know, one is close to none. So get you about two or three business, and you'll be all right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Exactly. That's what we really should talk about. It's like you always want to have more than money coming in from more than one way, because especially in a time like this during the pandemic, I'm sure a lot of y'all experienced it. Like one job, man, you lose that, you lose all your money, you lose everything. So it's like you gotta have more than one business, more than one stream of income, so that if one thing go down, man, you still got money coming in. But
uh-huh.
just because we're gonna wrap it up in a little bit, I wanna ask, like, how could people do what you want to do, and then like what advice do you have for folks get coming out the hood trying to like make it?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start with that first because that's a long subject, man. For people that's trying to make it, um, or just trying to do something, do anything. You sitting at home, you're not doing nothing all day. There is something to do. Now, when I first got started, I didn't have no job. I didn't have nobody offering me opportunities. I didn't have nobody talking about business. I knew I wanted to do real estate. Everybody has a thought in mind. Um, if they don't know what they want to do, they have a passion. They have a hobby, whether it's shooting hoops or it's designing clothes or it's
Everybody excited about something, bro. It's like we
they
all
get
got a passion for
excited about
something.
something.
Yeah.
But I do know people that's in the trenches and they have no hope.
Right.
But I do see them smile. You know, a lot of times we have so much drama going on in the neighborhoods that you don't see a smile much. But look, you go out to that basketball court and cross somebody or something, crossing up, and you start seeing the hood people start smiling. They start laughing. So then you see them.
Yeah.
They got some type of passion. So you give them a
Right.
ball. Maybe they like, I don't want to dribble at first. Give him the ball. He gonna start smiling. It's like I'm happy to see that you know they want something or they want to shoot something. They want to do something. You feel me?
Like something make them happy. Yeah.
And so my thing is, well, you got to work on yourself. I've been working on myself since I got to that continuation school. I started sharpening myself, reading books. And so a lot of people hear books as they might turn you off. You could listen to podcasts, you could watch stuff on YouTube has plenty of information.
For sure.
But I would say start with reading books, start with getting connected with people that you don't know, because what you don't know also does hurt you. you know uh who you don't know is also hurting you. May be like, I'm a good rapper, but I don't know nobody that's gonna put me to the next level. And so just work on yourself. And when you're working on yourself, you invest in yourself. That's never a bad investment.
Hmm.
Start eating healthy, start drinking healthy, start having healthy thoughts. When you start having healthy thoughts, the things around you start growing as well. And so you know down at a continuation school, I'm reading, uh and the things around me wasn't so good, but I was able to have a good mindset to a point where when I was able to go home, I had something to do. It wasn't that I had to read. I had to, oh, well, this book pointed me to this subject, or this video pointed me to this subject. So now I got to go research this subject. If I really want to do it, if it's something that you really gonna do, you're gonna get off your ass and go study it.
Hmm.
You're gonna take some notes on something that you truly want to do. You're gonna make it happen. And so, you know, I've always had mentors growing up, but they never got me to that next level that I wanted to do. Up until now, I got people that not really a mentor, but just people that I idolize. They're not a mentor to me because nobody really teach me nothing. I teach myself a lot of information. I buy courses. Um, I idolize the people who sell the courses, but they ain't personally taught me nothing. They just sold me a course and they gave me some knowledge, and I had to apply it.
Right. You the
So
one that went out your way to find it, the went out your way to learn it, went out your way to apply it.
yeah,
And I
so
appreciate the information, but like I did that, you know what I'm saying? I'm the one who went out and put in the work.
yeah, and so when it comes to changing your circumstances, you have to change yourself first. You can't expect for your location to change if you can't change your own thinking. So once you change your thinking, things are getting easier. It's like trying to change a tire with a wrong wrench or something. And you
Yeah.
get the right one, and it's gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't have the right knowledge yet, and
I like that.
you struggling with this old knowledge. And it could work. It could work, but it's gonna take way longer until
And
you
it's
get
gonna
this
be a lot more
new
difficult.
information. You get that new
Yeah.
information, you could change the tire. And
I
look, they
like
got
that, Brian. Never heard nobody say that. I like that a lot. That's smooth.
look, and then it gets deeper than that. So let's say I had an old wrench and it's not working. That's the old information. It's gonna take a while. Okay, now you clicked in with somebody. They showed you how to do it. Somebody actually showed you. They showed you, okay, well, you get this wrench and you could twist it faster, right? And then you stay down long enough, you're gonna find out that it's a power drill out there that do it in 2 seconds.
It's something
you
even
go,
better. It's something even better.
it's always something better. And so
Yeah.
you still working with that old knowledge, it's gonna get you nowhere. You gotta keep getting the best knowledge or keep getting that best information gain. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's cold.
Just keep learning, and it's gonna change your situation. I promise you.
Yeah.
I don't have a diploma. I'm not even interested in getting one. I'm just more interested in learning what makes a successful person and how to keep your success going, because I've been doing this for 3 years, uh and I have yet to feel down about my situation. I'm like, okay, well, it's working. It may not work as fast as me. I've seen people with social media businesses and they got Lamborghinis. Well, I have my Trans Am. That's my Lamborghini. I'm like, well,
Mm.
the business got me what I wanted. So I'm gonna just get to the next level. Whatever I need to do. It's something that I don't know yet. I know it's something I don't know yet. And once I learn it, it's gonna be like that power drill. It's gonna be
Yeah.
instant. Everything just gonna be working. Right now, I'm still working with old tools. It's not gonna
Yeah.
work for
I
me.
feel
It's
that. I feel
somebody else.
that.
Somebody else got that power tool. And
Yeah.
then for people who want to learn how to grow, like I said, it's all just your thoughts. And if you want to be able to change your thoughts, if you still hanging around them same people that you grew up with, it's a reason why y'all still hanging around in the crib. Somebody ain't showed them how to get out, and somebody ain't showed you how to get out. So now y'all just showing each other how to stay in. But you need somebody that's gonna show you how to get out the crib. Somebody that's gonna show you how to get out your neighborhood. Um,
Right. You got to get around some new people.
yeah, you got to get around some new people, and it's gonna be, like I said, what you don't know is hurting you. So you need to learn something new. And once you
Yeah.
learn something new, you're gonna get to where you want to go. You're gonna see the things that you want to see. I didn't been so many places off of this real estate stuff that I never thought it was gonna take me. I didn't been to luxury homes, multi-million. I didn't been in like $10 million houses, $30 million houses, all off of me just saying I got a business. Nah, like, bro, I didn't came from Sabrani, and just it's a lot of people who ain't make it out of there. It's a lot of people who I grew up with. They either dead or in jail. Like, I'm so serious, bro. And for them, I feel like me, I gotta live for them, because I'm like, okay, well, you couldn't do it, but I got a tool, so I need to make the best out of this tool and go places. And man, I didn't sip champagne with millionaires and sat at the table at the country club table with millionaires, and they like, oh, what do you do? And I got to make it sound as great as possible. I'm a digital I'm a social media consultant. You know, I don't want to
Mm.
tell them I just do social media marketing. I need to make it sound nice. I'm a social media consultant. I help people sell homes. Just keep
Yeah.
it simple. Social media consultant. I help people sell homes. I help realtors uh, promote their businesses. And then they say, okay, I'm interested. I can go sit in the studio. They're gonna say, well, what do you do? Man, I ain't talking about game. Whoever in here trying to rap about something that got something to do with some game, we're gonna hop on the track. It's game related. Cause I don't need the drama that's gonna come with it seems like nowadays when you get successful at your highest point, that's where something bad happened to you. So
Mhm.
I need to stay gamed up because the game that I've got, and then got me to places that I never thought I'd see myself. If I
Yes,
stay
sir.
at it, I'm gonna end up, man. I throw my goals right here because look, if I stay at this real estate and this rap shit, you know what's gonna come next, bro? I'm gonna sell Too Short a house. I'm gonna sell E40 a vineyard or something, and that's all of for just staying down with either rap and staying down with this real estate stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'm talking about Too Short E40, like that's gonna be the pinnacle. Nah, bro, it's gonna be bigger than that. I'll keep
Right.
going. Next thing you know,
Yeah. I believe you, bro. You for sure. I believe that. I believe you
Rick
gonna do
Ross
that
gonna
shit
need
for
some
sure.
land or something. You feel me? I'm gonna be like, all right, I need to.
Oh, the biggest boss. Yeah, he gonna need
You feel
something.
me?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be bigger than that. As long as you
Yeah.
stay down, just keep growing. Don't give up on what you're doing. Just stay what you're doing. Don't let nobody tell you that what you're doing is wrong. Because I had people laughing at first. You know, when I first tried to break the cycle of getting out the house and or stop hanging out with people. When I did have something to do, they would laugh. They're like, "Oh, um, hey, I got to get back to the crib. I gotta work on this business." They start laughing. Man, what business you got? Man, I got this social media stuff. Man, look, if you ain't trying to kick it, get up out of here. I'm like, all right, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
And now they still in a same spot. I just had a birthday that I showed up to yesterday. I pull up with the champagne bottles. We're not doing the regular stuff no more. It's because I spent that time uh when we was just hanging out. I spent that time making money. I spent that time uh
Yeah, getting put on
learning.
game, soaking up the knowledge, learning.
Yeah, learning something. And then um now instead of being the one that gets invited to the boat party, well, I want to be the one that's sending out the invitations. Hey, I got a boat. Hey, y'all trying
Yeah.
to pull up? Because while we was down and out, I was something. I was getting some money. Like I said, what you don't know is hurting you. You're gonna learn
Yes,
something
sir.
that's gonna bless you one day, and then it's gonna bless the rest of the people around you. It's a quote in the Bible that says, "Your gift will make way for you. God, your blessing, your gift will make ways for you. It's not just gonna make life easy, but once you know what your gift is, that gift is gonna get easier. You know,
Yeah,
uh,
I love that, bro. I ain't never heard that. I love that.
yeah,
And on that note, bro, we gonna go ahead and wrap it up, bro.
yeah,
But I
definitely,
appreciate you. I appreciate you coming on, Zan. I know the folks they really gonna appreciate that, man. You had a lot of game to give, bro. The
yes,
folks they gonna love this one, bro. But thank you
man.
again for coming on and good luck with all the stuff you got going, bro. I believe in you, bro. I know that you gonna make it big, bro. You gonna do all the shit that you want to do for real.
Hey, man, thank you for having me.
It's all
We're
good.
gonna
Thank you
we're
for
gonna blow
coming
this
on.
up.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
have a good one.
All right, brother.
Yeah.